Hey guys, Mark French here to provide you with the January Austin market update. Let's dive in. All right guys, let's dive in. On screen here, you've got the Austin Board of Realtors data tiles. So the arrows by each data point is going to be a year-on-year comparison. And you've got the highlighted boxes as well. So the red is going to be a downtrend versus January and December, and then the purple is going to be an uptrend. You will see me look on some paper here as I kind of like just remind myself from some of the numbers and data that I'm talking about. But I'm not going to kind of rattle through numbers here. I'm just going to, mention what's going up and what's going down. If you want to kind of, spend some more time and sit on this for a bit, you can hit pause, or I can send you there'll be a link to this data in the description below. So first of all, year on year, we are up on the sales, median sales price, the pending sales, total sales, dollar volume as well. So up on that stuff year on year. So January 2022 versus 2021, and we're down on the closed sales, new listings, active listings, and days on the market. Comparing January to December, we are up on the days on the market, increased from 25 to 28. That's not necessarily a good thing, because typically we want houses to go on the market and sell super quick. And new listings are also up, which is a good sign, and therefore pendings is up as well. That tracks that. On the downtrend, we're seeing a slight decrease in median sales price by 7K. That's nothing significant. Closed sales, active listings, and inventory. Inventory down to 0.4 months in January versus 0.6 months in December. So what's going on here? How do we talk through it? What's the story? So January 2022 was a record-setting year of activity. New listings are really kind of slow to the market. We are seeing very strong demand, and we are retaining a very strong seller's market. However, we're not. We don't foresee us moving into the ultra strong sellers market that we saw last year, 2021. Austin is we're seeing unprecedented economic growth, and it shows no signs of stopping or slowing down anytime soon. There's new projects that are being announced almost daily, which is great. It's great for the Austin economy and the growth and so on, and there's lots of people moving here every day. Chamber of Commerce is 150 people here moving every day. That's a net amount that takes into account births and deaths. But this means that the capacity for housing these folks, it just can't keep up. So people are moving further outside of the city limits where they can afford to pick up homes. Builders are still suffering from the supply chain issues, the material costs, and it takes double the time, pretty much double the time it takes to build a house versus what it was in pre-pandemic. The land development code is still heavily inadequate, and it has been that way for a long time now, like 10 years. Permits are still taking a long time to kind of come through. There's massive delays on that stuff. So, the city can't really address that soon enough. But in the same breath, I do want to call out the city of Austin, because they have just kind of pushed through in the last couple of months. They've loosened the restrictions for ADUs. ADUs are auxiliary dwelling units, and so that means if you've got a lot that fits the kind of minimum requirement size, then you can put a single family home typically on the back of that lot, as long as you've got the access and stuff like that. But they've loosened up the restrictions so that now is an option for many people out there where they want to explore that option for them. That's going to have a little impact on the inventory issue, but overall probably not that great. But it's also kind of good for if you want to draw some income on your lot, on your land as well. So good for that. Other than that, guys, in these current kind of economic conditions, it's really about the three I's: inventory, inflation, and interest rates. Inventory, is fact. We've got a low supply. we've got high demand. You know, that's one thing that is kind of like completely certain. The two things that have some variance around it is the rates and the inflation. Inflation, I think, is around 7% right now, and the interest rates is expected to be some increases throughout the year. We don't really know if they're going to be 50 basis points or by 25 basis points, but they are going to be increasing throughout the year, between 5 and 7 times throughout the year. That may change. The Fed can pretty much rewrite the rule book whenever they want. And we're not really sure at this point how the Ukraine and Russia situation is going to impact that. So there's a lot of variables up there and question marks, but what we do know for certain is that we do have a supply and demand issue, and that is the inventory piece. On other news, guys, new construction. So we've got some new construction coming to Trinity Ranch is a new development coming in, and that's going to be south of Elgin. 1,700 new homes, focused on first-time buyers. Average price range $300,000, and the new construction starts early 2023. We've got Prairie Lakes, which is going to be southwest of Buda. 2,200 homes, that's Hayes County. That's going to be single family homes and apartments, and the first phase of that development has kicked into gear already. The average price point around there is going to be, is currently $395,000. La Cima, which is a master plan community, that's going to be in San Marcos. 2,400 homes, and Anthem, Texas, master plan community. That's going to be in Kyle. 900 homes there as well. So I don't know yet when those developments, those last two, are going to be kicking into gear, but they're coming. Companies that are moved in or have announced they're moving into Texas or are still kind of like considering it. CellLink Corp. So that is a facility. That's going to be a facility in Georgetown. It's going to bring 2,000 jobs. It's going to be the largest employer in Georgetown. It's a technology company, and they supply their unique patented kind of wire harnessing technology to electric vehicle manufacturers, making them more efficient and lighter weight. So that's pretty cool. Micron, which is a semiconductor giant that's scouted in Texas for a new chip plant factory, similar to Samsung up in Taylor. No decisions made yet. They haven't made a decision yet, but the counties that they are looking at is Caldwell and Williamson counties. That will bring, if that happens and materializes and they kind of settle on Texas, that will bring between 5,000 and 10,000 jobs. And to finish up, guys, 4-day work weeks. Like, how about that? So there's a few companies who have adopted that already in Austin. This is due to the kind of low workforce participation, or in quotes like I've got here, the great resignation. Folks are pursuing careers offering more of a work-life balance and better kind of remote working opportunities. So companies, as an example, that have adopted this and seeing some success through it is Bolt. They're a payment software startup company. Just reading some notes here. Another company here is Science Applications International Corp. They are a technology integrator, and Liquid Mercury Solutions. I'm familiar with them. They're a Microsoft Azure cloud service provider. So it's being considered as a win-win, as it benefits both the employer and the employees, and it differentiates them as well. So if you're lucky enough to be in a company where it's thinking about adopting a 4-day work week, nice one. Guys, that's it. That's all the data that I had. A couple of reminders for you. Tax appraisal is going to be coming out from April the 1st, and you have until May the 15th to protest those. Also, home insurance. You want to make sure that that's adequate, because the price of materials, God forbid, should the home, be, unlivable, lightning strike, kind of natural disaster type stuff, or, fire, because of the price increase of materials, you want to make sure that the coverage of your insurance policy, home insurance policy, is still adequate. Taking into that account as well, the appreciation that we saw last year for Austin was about 25%, just slightly above 25%. And so you want to make sure that the tolerance in your home insurance provider, your home insurance policy caters for that. Some might be lower, 10 to 15%. So you want to just check on that as well. A good thing to do. Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great rest of your day, week, month, and until next time, take it easy. Bye-bye.